Hi, um, I'm Mardiyah. I will present you my presentation of assignment of general business environment. The title is Analyze External Factors that Affecting the Performance of Nextdoor Homestay in Yogyakarta. The outline of my presentation is background of the study, problem statement, company profile, analyze external factors that affecting of the performance of Nextdoor Homestay in Yogyakarta, company decision, conclusion, and suggestion or also recommendation. The background of the study. With Jakarta known as a touristic city in Indonesia, this situation makes the tourism industry in Indonesia or Yogyakarta especially growing. One of the tourism industry is hospitality business. The study will concentrate to non-star hotel or homestay. The non-star hotel in this term is next to homestay as our object of our research. The problem statement, the research question. There's three research questions. The first one is what are external factors that affect the performance of Nextdoor Homestay for doing business. The second was are the opportunity that and threat that come out from the external factor. The third one is what is the business strategy that could be applied to respond to external factors. The research purpose, there's a three. The first one is the identification of external factors that affecting the business of Nextdoor Homestay. The second one is the identification opportunities and threat from the external factors. And the third one is over the advice about the management business strategy that suitable to be applied by Nextdoor Homestay to respond those external factors. Okay, we will start with the company profile. Nextdoor Homestay is a non-star hotel that located in the Parentry District, Timburan Menggangssan, Yogyakarta. They have 17 rooms and a swimming pool and many other facilities. The structure organization of Nextdoor Homestay is very simple because it's like small business. So the owner is also becoming the CEO, and then the subordinate of the owner is the manager, and the manager will manage all the staff such as the hostess, security staff, cleaning staff, building maintenance staff, gardening staff, etc. Okay, we're going to the analyzing external factor that affecting the performance of Nextdoor Homestay in Yogyakarta. We start with the first external factor, which is the economic environment. The fundamental of economic environment is GDP, the gross domestic product. The gross domestic product is the monetary measure of the market value of all final products and services in specific region. And although currently we are facing coronavirus as the global pandemic, the situation of GDP is declining just like in the SARS era. However, the hospitality industry could rise after pandemic of the future, like we can see here in 2003, when the SARS era, there is a declining also for the GDP and also for the proxy economic growth. But in the end, in the year after, in 2004 and 2005, it getting better and getting better. And hopefully it will happen to the coronavirus also for the global pandemic. Okay, we're going through the opportunity. For the opportunity, the accommodation and service is the service sector that become a sector that be concerned of by the government because it will bring a lot of economic growth and is good for the GDP. The condition of economic in Indonesia is slowly growing if we put aside of the coronavirus situation. Because of it, that will invite the foreign investor to invest in Indonesia if there's no coronavirus. And again, we continue the opportunity. The third opportunity is about the consumption pattern of Indonesian citizens that likely purchasing the non-food commodity, which is non-star hotel such as Nextdoor Homestay is a non-food commodity. The threat is we have three threats. There are the normal economic condition in Indonesia that shows positive trend that rise up year after year will invite new competitor. The second threat is the bad side of effect growth of infrastructure will facilitate the criminality. will come to an area easily. And the third threat is the pandemic affecting the world. This likely that make the economic growth going slower, makes the domestic or international tourists would not come to an area or spending their money there. The business implication, the company should obey all the governance regulation and going side by side with the government, so government can support the hospitality industry and help the growth of the industry itself. Second business implication is a company should capable to adapt to all needs of the customer to reach the high satisfaction. The third business implication is the company should capable to to survive when there's a pandemic such as coronavirus with the survival business strategy. The second extra factor is demographic environment. As we can see here, the demographic environment, there's a changing structure of the population, increasing diversity, better educated or more white collar, the geographic shift in the population and changing household pattern. We will talk about it. So the company itself is Nextdoor Homestay is located in one of populated island in Indonesia, which is Java Island. As we can see here in the data that Java Island, like three of the rank here is in Java Island. So it's good for the company because they are located in the populated area. And continue. Indonesia currently is populated by the group of productive age, which is the millennial generation. As we can see here, it's 15 to 64 years of the years people is the 66.5% of the total population, which is a good for the country because the country have like a lot of human resource that have high quality, or we can say is millennial generation. The opportunities, the increase of the economic of the people and the growth of the middle class in Indonesia that are getting better and better, getting after year, it will bring increase to their income, and within this trend, the companies such as non-star hotel could be better pricing without hesitation because they can pay the hotel. And the company should hire the high quality people as their employee to develop their business because there is availability for the millennial generation. The threat is the growth of middle class of Indonesia makes competition tighter, and within the increase of the population is productive group millennial as there's become a threat because most of the millennial generation they have high turnover. Business implication in terms of hospitality industry, Nextdoor Homestay have to give their best service quality to keep the high satisfaction of the customer. This business implication is the company should understand the population productive group of age, then can push the number of the turnover from this generation. The third one is the culture of hierarchy, such as top-down in the working culture should be accepted with more flexible management because it's not suitable for the millennial generation. Okay, we're going to the next external environment factor. I mean, the social cultural environment. In business social cultural environment, these two social classes make the business people easier to create business strategy to be more specific. The current issue that hospitality industry facing of is the shifting of the lifestyle of millennial generation that's likely more economies into doing their lifestyle by the CNN in Indonesia 2019. The opportunity there, alter of the lifestyle of the target market, they prefer the budget traveling is very suitable for Nextdoor Homestay because they are budget accommodation and then they have a cheap price. And then another opportunity from this social cultural situation is the mending of accommodation with such a personal touch from the owner place that's also suitable with the Nextdoor Homestay because they have the personal touch of the owner. And then the third opportunity is within the shifting of consumption behavior to the adaptable, the disruptive situation. The threat is the hospital business, specifically non-star hotel, becoming more interesting in millennial generation. Is make the demand of the service getting higher and the competition is getting tighter. The customer behavior that's shifting, there's more economies, make company hard to give the good pricing because there is demand from the customer that they need more a cheaper price. Within the changing of the consumption behavior, people to be more disrupted, and it's make the non-star hotel like an Nextdoor Homestay is hard to have the customer that doing the booking on the spot, which is when they doing on the spot, they have more pricey than they doing from the online booking, and when it's with the normal price, it's good for the for the company. For the business implication, and then offers turn of the cultural environment, the non-star hotels should capable to do the pricing strategy. And the company that doing their business in hospitality industry, they should create the connection with the businessman and rule of the touristic place to get the very like cheaper price for the entrance fee, for the touristic places, and they can sell to the customers. Okay, the technology environment, Indonesia. There's most of most of people in Indonesia is using internet. We can see the number here is like is such a big number. Is what 175.4 million is of the population of Indonesia. They are doing penetration. 64% of it they are user of internet, and also they're active in social media, and then they're using the cell phone, like we can see here, that the smartphone as a second place. I'm sorry. Second place for 64% for using for the internet user, and this also correlated with the hospitality business, because now with the booking applications such as booking.com, Traveloka, or many others, it's the customer can booking directly from those websites. Okay, the opportunity within the huge number of internet users from Indonesia, thus the future company could minimize the cost of marketing. The usage of the online booking could facilitate the owner, the accommodation industry to provide only online service such as like make the better pricing and then give the voucher or give the discount. The usage of internet is getting bigger year for year, and then using internet as the reservoir for the feedback for the customer is a good place for the company. The threat is the increasing of booking from the online platform is a sacrifice for the company, because again, like I mentioned before, if the customer come directly to the hotel, they can pay with the normal price, but if they pay from the online platform, it will have to be cheaper. Then is a threat for the company. The negative feedback in internet come from the people is hard to filter by the company, and there's another possibility for the customer to shift into another competitor very easily with this service. And the last minute booking and the last minute cancellation is also a threat for the companies such as Nextdoor Homestay. And business implication, the companies such as non-star hotel business have an initiative action to make a creative website, hire a content creator in one of the business strategy to make the service is easy to reach for the people within the internet. The maximizing the advantage of internet, the business holder should be maximizing of the engine of the search engine optimization. It will be good for the business, because when they're doing that, the business will comes out in the first page when everyone typing a certain keyword in the search engine such as Google. The company should careful to answer every feedback from the customer to minimize the bad effect from negative feedback that comes out from the internet. The conclusion, in terms of the running accommodation business, the factor external that have to be concerned are economic, demographic, social, cultural, and technology. Every external environment brought some issues. Each issues create some opportunities and threats that's supposed to be concerned of the management of Nextdoor Homestay to make a business decision. Based on that threat, there are some business implications that have to do by the management in case of recent management effort to possibly appear from the threat. And for the recommendation, I decide to distinguish at the four section. The first section is for the operation. The operation the division has to maximize the customer satisfaction within the increase in the effectivity. And for the marketing, they can maximizing the internet usage. And for the human resource, the managing the millennial employee, such as give the training for them is a good idea and is a good investment for the company. And for the finance, doing application for effective allocation fund, and then they have also doing application for survival business strategy in pandemic area, which is in our era right now. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. I hope everyone stay healthy. See you.